We're back. Everyone, throwing you for a loop today. Welcome to Mograph Moves, Experimental Wednesday. We're gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be chilling. Had some technical difficulties, and we're playing our audio through our phone. Yeah, man. It's sorry, 1 second. I'm hearing myself double. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. We'll figure it out. Didn't have as much, I was trying to prep this morning, get this together. And we're doing it live, y'all. We're doing it live. Let me get the chat up so I can say hello to all y'all. I converted my desk into a standing desk yesterday. I'm very proud of myself. Okay. Too many devices. You know, there's such a thing as too many devices. I got audio coming out of different places. I have cameras here, mics here. Where am I? All right. Let's play the video. Okay, so this is what I'm getting into today. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing myself again. Okay. We're good now. We're good. Thanks for bearing with me, y'all. You think we'd have this figured out by now, but it's just like we're doing it for the first time every time. How do I like my standing desk? It's good. It's good. I've been having kind of like back pain, lower back pain, just from sitting a lot, and so I have this old drafting table, and I kind of like maxed it out. I put it to the highest level. I also have the Cintiq here, which is also on an ergo stand, so I have like multiple tiers of these nice just like supports, and I'm 6'5", so there's a lot of work getting this Cintiq up to my like where a standing height for me. So it's been fun. Thanks for asking, David. But yeah, this is kind of what I was getting into. It's pretty computing intensive, so I can't really play it at full resolution. But this kind of crazy effect that I'm doing in After Effects has been my goal all along. So I'm doing a digital painting with this purpose in mind, where it's kind of a very crude 3D environment, and it's a lot of fun. It's like really trippy. I'm playing this at like a super blurry level, so I apologize, but yeah, so I think it's gonna look pretty cool when it all comes together. I'm sort of like figuring it out as I go. I'm following a tutorial. Oh, see right there, the camera just went through the image. So yeah, Experimental Wednesday for sure, but it's pretty wild. I'm having a good time with it. It's really like warping right now, so I'm trying to figure out a way to get it where it looks like it's just like stretching less, and just make it a little more convincing, but having fun with it. It is like a kind of like, I don't know, cartoony digital painting, so it's not ever going to look like real life, but yeah. Okay, so let's just close out of After Effects. Thanks, David. I will save that project. And What else do I have? I want to play a time lapse. Yeah, so 1 second. Let me minimize OBS here. Yeah, you know, more and more, I'm like, I feel like game design was always my my dream when I got into making art and like choosing that as a career. And at some point I convinced myself that I didn't want to do game art. Now I'm like, I'm learning all this like animation stuff to where I'm just like, you know, it's probably not that far of a stretch to just learn like a little bit of programming and make a game, like a 2D side scroller even. We should have an Experience Center game jam team. That would be sweet. Just all artists though, no one coding. We need to get someone who knows a little bit of Python. I don't know what they're using for a little Unreal or whatever. Unity? I don't know. Any possibility. Anything's possible. I was like trying out donut game. No. I'm triggered. I worked at a donut shop, y'all, and if I don't miss them. I don't miss donuts. No, I'm not a donut consultant. My consultation for a donut shop is shut down. You know, I wish them all the best. I'm sure there are some fabulous people running donut shops, and they need all the support they can get during these troubling times. But the donut industrial complex that I worked for was not the best to its employees, I would say. Did you ever come by? I think you might have came by. Or did I just bring them? I forget. What's up, Todd? Welcome. I feel like I'm at a lectern with this standing desk. We're just hanging out. I'm playing a time lapse while I talk, just because that's the only way I can talk and show art simultaneously. Thank you. Yeah, I'm from that like imposing like downward angle where I'm looming over you. I need to do more hand gestures. So here you can see we have the symmetry tool. And with the symmetry tool, really what you're trying to do is save yourself time, okay? I don't have time to draw both sides of this corridor. I got things to do. People to see. Mouths to feed, okay? And so I plop down the symmetry tool and I'm saying, you know what? F it. We're gonna save ourselves some time with this. And I did this for a while. I still wanted there to be some like asymmetry, but I was like, I think for the purpose of this, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna cheat. Do that 1 point perspective. I sound like Obama. The pauses. Yeah, man. Those were simpler times. Those were simpler times when Obama was alive. Is this Photoshop? It is. It is. If I were to make a game, what would I make? I mentioned a platformer. Yeah, that's a good question. No, I jest. I jest. No, no. No. Obama is live and well. I'm gonna get marked by a no-fly list. What would I make? I would love to actually make something. I think this would be like within the realm of possibilities, but I would really like to make something kind of akin to like Myst, you know? The old PC game Myst. Just like a kind of point and click, solve some puzzles and explore some weird trippy environment, and like kind of piece together what the world, like the story of the world sort of as you go. I think that would be something that would be like reasonable to make. I mean, it's still very difficult, but I don't know. Like that as opposed to like, I want to make the next battle royale, like MMO or anything like that. Yeah, that or like something akin to like Hollow Knight. I really enjoyed that game. So like a 2D kind of action, like Metroidvania style. It's just hard because like you really have to be super innovative for like a game like that to be popular. Like I really like Hollow Knight was amazing, and like back I think in like 2010 or 11 when Limbo came out, it was another indie side-scroller kind of platform that was super different. Limbo was really cool. What's up, Jello? How's it going? Thanks for being here. I'm just drawing real fast. Just drawing down here with my Intuos tablet. I'm just kidding. The drawing up there is pre-recorded. Looks like I took a little break here. Grab a snack. Yeah, Limbo was trippy. I never played the sequel to Limbo. What was that called? But it had like more 3D elements to it. That was interesting. I've been playing. I posted about it in our video game channel of our Discord. Disco Elysium. I've been really enjoying that game. I feel like that game alone kind of inspired me to like do some digital painting. So like this image and the one I was working on last stream, I was like, I just got super inspired by the art style and like the digital paintings that make up the environment. It's kind of like a isometric view of this like really interesting. I don't know how to like. It's not steampunk at all. It's like it looks very modern, not modern day. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it has this like Eastern European kind of like vibe to it, and where it's just like, I don't know how to describe it. You have to just go, it's so distinct. I don't know how to compare it to anything else. You just have to see for yourself. But it is like modern, as in there are vehicles and I don't know. Yeah, Disco Elysium. Check it out. I can't describe it. I won't do it justice. But anyway, that game inspired me to digital paint again. Did I fall asleep here? I'm gonna fast forward a little. I won't stay on this time lapse for too long, but I just wanted to show, like, it's funny because this is sped up like 5 times, so it's kind of helpful for me to watch a time lapse sometimes and just be like, it does put things in perspective a little bit. You're just like, wow, I really spent 2 hours just like making this sort of lattice structure look perfect. What are other people working on these days? I know we have some PNCA thesis week is going on, I believe. So our good friends Whitney and Kaz, I say they, I know it was technically just Kaz's project, but Whitney was very, very crucial to it. Zephyr. So they presented this week. I heard that was pretty awesome. They were working on a short animated kind of film. Cheese is coming up with a coffee brand. That's cool. Oh, cool. Working on commissions. Nice. Yeah, cheese and coffee is an odd pairing. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think I fell asleep again here. Oh, okay, we're getting to color. That's fun. Watch. I guess now that I have these time lapses, I might just have like undiagnosed narcolepsy. So I apparently just stop pretty often. It's it's distractions. It's like I yesterday I worked with my phone like charging upstairs, and I just like worked for 2 hours and didn't think twice about it. But I think when I have like my phone next to me and you just get notifications, it's like you can't get anything done. It's maddening. Lock your phone up, people. I have this mini fridge down here that I don't have anything in because it smells weird. I should just that should be my phone jail that I just put my phone in. That's great. Is this like a just for fun branding project, Cheese? I feel like you've been going hard on your packaging design portfolio. It's been fun to watch. Yeah, I'm trying to brainstorm for you, but I got nothing. I've seen too many coffee things, or everything I think of, I'm just like, no, I've seen that before. Maybe you need to do there's like just I don't know that like silly God, what is it like? There's like liquid death where it's just like sparkling water, but it's like marketed to be super metal. I don't know, like it's just funny. It's funny that people would need that to feel okay about drinking sparkling water. but you know, to each their own. Heavy on the text. Yeah, just do it in emojis. Just do like the emoji of like the blushing face that's like, and then like the like smirking emoji face that's like, and then like the coffee, just the coffee, little bean. When I was drawing this, I was like, I'm gonna do a perspective that's just a 1-point perspective. I used After Effects to like lay out the walls, and then I took a screenshot of it and dropped it behind, so I had like a guide, so that I could fit this drawing perfectly into After Effects and do its intended effect. I should probably just have that open so I can show people as they come in what I'm doing. I'm probably not going to go back into After Effects today, and actually try to work on it, because I think it's going to require some troubleshooting that is not fun to watch necessarily. So, but I do just want to show what I've been doing. It's very blurry, but we are making this scene go da 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 da. Let me turn it up to full res here. This is where we end up. It's gonna render. It's moving really slowly, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna zoom down this entire corridor, or if it's good enough to just zoom 10 feet and then stop there. But I got big plans. I want these weird kind of fountains on the side to be spewing water. Let's see how that looks. It's really weird because it stretches the image kind of in a weird way. I have to kind of figure out how to find a middle ground with that, because I think it looks cool, but if it gets distorted too much, it looks off. But this is compared to just having a flat image and just scaling it up, you can always tell that doesn't really produce a good zoom, or it's just not very convincing. So this way you kind of you have these different solids here that you position. You make a camera layer and you put a light up, and then there's essentially these material options where you say you turn on accepts shadows, and so the light is essentially projecting your image onto these different planes and kind of distorting it that way. So it's real wild. It's gonna again take some like messing with. I'm probably gonna close After Effects now because my computer is turning into a jet engine. Thank you. I'm excited. I want it to be real spooky and moody. Yeah, I was thinking just like kind of weird like hedge maze. Kind of like, yeah, like botanical garden. Some fountains. Dehydrated. Let's fast forward this a little. Should just do like a beverage challenge where I just see how many seltzers I can drink. You guys, I'm tired. I had to wake up. I had to wake up earlier than I normally do. It wasn't a big deal, but I also had a hard time going to sleep last night, so that's more of it, honestly. I think I was like just laying awake until like 2 a.m. It was pretty bad. Yeah, Hedge Maze in Castlevania 64. That sounds spot on. You know what? I didn't have that game, I'll be honest. I had a lot of really lame N64 games. You're too old for N64? What are you talking about? I had very, like, my mom basically dictated what N64 games I had, and they were pretty whack. I'm just kidding. I think she just bought what was on sale. And so, like, I never had any Zelda game. I had like a Bug's Life, and what else? I had this game called Beetle Adventure Racing, which was you would race like VW bugs. I know I didn't have Zelda. I was deprived. Very deprived. I know, which is a shame because like that was the only time I ever owned a Nintendo platform, I guess, besides a Game Boy. But yeah, so I missed my opportunity to get on the classics. You know, I did have Star Fox, so I have to give my mom some credit there. I think I eventually like begged for Star Fox and got it for like Christmas or something. Star Fox was incredible. Otherwise, yeah. I think what else? Chameleon Twist. That game is ridiculous. I want to look up Chameleon Twist. It was the weirdest game. It was a 3D platformer. You know, this probably inspired me. I'm clicking on like random websites. This has ruins, man. It has rocks. Like, this is probably my biggest inspiration. It's beautiful. I remember it well. It was basically Super Mario 64, or Mario 64, like, rip-off, essentially. What else? Snowboard Kids was amazing. I think I had Snowboard Kids 2. It was basically Mario Kart, but on snowboards. This game was amazing. I love all these characters. I love them. Where'd all those good snowboarding games go? Mired in wrestling games. Oh gosh, those N64 era wrestling games were so rough. Like, I couldn't figure out how to I think I played it at like a friend's house ever so often, just like WWE or whatever. Just trying to play as Stone Cold Steve Austin. Or just like that era. Kane. What else? There was some gems. Those controls were just, and yeah, it was clunky as hell. Yeah, I know. Where did all the snowboarding games go? SSX, Tricky. Snowboarding had a golden era of video game representation. Oh man, that reminds me of another. I had 1080. Did anyone have that game? I played a lot of 1080. Tell me you had this, Christopher. I would actually like seek out this game if I had a functioning N64. Yes. Yes. I always played as the Canadian, I think, with the green jacket. He was cool. This guy. Love it. It's I guess like I don't know, like I bought Tony Hawk's Pro Skater like remastered. It's a fun loop, just like downhill design. You get to the bottom, run finished. It's like a good gameplay loop. You're just like, I'm just gonna do one more run, man. That was the original roguelike, Tony Hawk. What else? I'm just gonna, Tony Hawk was, yeah. This is just N64, talk, welcome. Sometimes we do art. At this point, I was just trying to figure out what else to add to this scene. Do I want spooky fences? Do I want an aqueduct in the background? Anything's possible. Dark Summit. No. Sounds rad though. I wanna look at it. What is going on? What on earth? I feel like weird about bringing up my, oh, this is GameCube, okay. Or were you a GameCube owner? It would make sense. You're a Nintendo guy. Oh man, Clay Fighter. Clay Fighter. This game was ridiculous. I remember renting this from Ray's Food Place, this like local grocery store that had a video rental section. I would rent Clay Fighter like every other week. I didn't have Perfect Dark. I didn't have any good games. I just played terrible stuff like Chameleon Twist and a game that was an ad for Volkswagen Bugs. Motocross. What? Why can't I think I know. Sorry, Jello, this is a little before your time. Some N64 chat. I lost my chat. Okay, there we are. Pilot Wings. That sounds familiar. I don't think I had it. No. This looks nice. Pay attention to. Okay, Jello, you had an N64. I don't know my timelines anymore. Okay, I'm like N64 is for people who are, yeah, I don't know, like 20. Let's see, I was probably like 8. No, probably younger. 6 or 7 when I had an N64. They stuck around for a while, so that makes sense. Yeah, I know it is easy to just let. It's hard also to like save some of those things, or like, do I really want to lug around my like busted N64 for my whole life? Okay, back. I'll show this again. Yeah, I was painting. I painted a lot. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know, like, sure, I guess, like, if you have, like, a game room and you have a bunch of your old consoles in it, like, it is fun, but it's a lot of real estate. Gotta free up space. I'm out of beverages. What's up, Katie? Welcome to N64 chat. We're building an N64 game, essentially. I know, I can't hydrate anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna die down here. This is my tomb. What's my favorite N64 game? Oh man, I feel like I was just trying to recall all the ones. I feel like Star Fox just kind of wins, but my inner hipster wants to say more of a deep cut. It's probably Star Fox 64. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't have good taste when I was a kid. I can't say I had any cool indie. Like, no, there wasn't really indie games around then, but like any cool like JRPGs or anything. It's just, I mean, Star Fox is a classic. Classic. What about you? Huh? Why was favorite N64 game had to be like modded? That's interesting. Katie's always coming out with those questionable remarks that we have to mod. Yeah, Majora's Mask. I was lamenting that I didn't actually have any of the Zeldas, which was a travesty, truly. I feel like I was under the impression that I had to have a memory card. Remember there was like those weird like memory packs that you would like put in your controller, and I never had one of those, and so I was like, no, Zelda's too long of a game. It needs memory. I just don't think I ever did my research. It's because you're from Canada, man. It's... the mod just knows. Yeah, the Rumble Pack. Yeah, I never had any of those. Like, and I think I was traumatized the time that I rented Donkey Kong Country, and I think that's what it was called, the Donkey Kong 64 game, and it required a memory pack, and I wasn't able to play it, and I was just like devastated. Thank you, Twisted. Thank you. It's coming together. We're just doing a time lapse here, so I can chat, because I can't multitask for the life of me. How did the thesis defense go, Twisted? Is it recorded on YouTube? Christopher said that you had I should probably check the Discord. You probably put it in there. But I would love to watch that. I miss the old thesis days. Like that. It's just such a exciting time. I'm gonna go back and watch other people's theses just to feed off that energy. Oh, the green controller. Ooh, nice. Yeah. How did this stop? No. Yeah, like the see-through controllers were just like the best, in my opinion. I think I had one of those see-through ones. It was kind of like bluish see-through. Amazing style. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll bug Christopher for the link, or if it ends up on Discord, I'll find it one way or another, but I'm excited to watch it. What you've been posting looks amazing so far. Yeah, that see-through Game Boy Advance. I know which one you're talking about. I love it. That is a look. That see-through kind of like blue violet. Chef's kiss. Oh, we're just Jello. What are we talking about now? It's just a amalgamation of nostalgia. We were just talking about the chassis of the controller, or the Game Boy Advance, that kind of like tinted see-through, like blue-violet. Atomic purple. Is that the official color? That's amazing. I was using the oil brush on this quite a bit. I know no one's no one's asking, but I was just looking over, and in case anyone's curious, I think I'm switching mostly between the oil brush just to like blend certain colors, and then I'm using like the pressure dynamics stuff. Let's see. Thank you. Alright, y'all, I'm out of water. I need water to survive. I'm gonna run and grab some. I feel like I could just leave my camera on so you can see my dark, dingy basement. What am I going to do when the time lapse is done? I'm probably just going to keep working on this scene. Maybe I'll go back to After Effects, maybe just to show what the intent, the end result is going to be. But yeah, I think I'm just this painting actually didn't. It's not done. Believe it or not. Hydrate, I know. Hydrate. Alright. Okay. Let me, I'm just gonna leave this up. You can see the insulation and the floorboards of my basement. And I'll be right back. We're back. We're back. Where'd he go? Yeah, you know, I wanted the time lapse to keep going, and it's more interesting than our be right back screen, as great as that is. I know, otherwise it just looks like a hostage video. I was like, what's going on down in... Where is this webcam? Ghost painting. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's like a ghost rider. I should have a different, like a persona or an alias. Do ghost painting under. And I paint really messed up stuff, man. And I don't attach my name to it. I don't think I'm gonna do that. But you won't know if I did either, so. Because it'll be completely anonymous. Yeah, man, I really painted away here. Oh, I'm still dehydrated, and this isn't gonna help because I don't know. Like, I don't think seltzer water. Is there studies on that? Does it actually hydrate you? It's probably less hydrating, I'm guessing. How edgy. Yeah. I know. I do think, like, I think a lot of people feel this way. I won't speak for everyone, of course, because some people are very good at self-promoting, but I think there is a nice thing if you do have, like, kind of a, even if it's as simple as, like, Studio Carter or something, like, where it's, like, a little level of separation. For me, it's easier to, like, promote, because I'm like, check out what Studio Carter's doing. Some really fire work coming down the pipeline. Whereas, which is not the name of anything, I'm just making that as an example, but like, as opposed to just being like, look at what I'm doing. I don't know if there's just like some slight level of like, you have your LLC or some kind of like entity that you promote. It's at least like, that's kind of a workaround that I've like theorized about and haven't actually done, but in my head I was like, I think if I had some like studio name, it would be easier to like try to sell to people, because it's not just like, look at me. Hydrates the same as regular water, but doesn't have sugar. Okay, so we're good. I can just drink tasty water. This one, this is, I think you should probably try this cheese. It's pineapple seltzer. Remind me of your stream last week, the week before. Studio Carter. Yeah. No. Threw your GameCube away, Jello? That's a crime. It's a literal crime. Donate it, at least. Give it to Goodwill. Or some other some other place. Okay. I mean, this standing desk is hard work, y'all. It's like, oh. I'm gonna sit down. Okay. 3D Sanctuary. That's what we're calling it. Boo. Boo. My mom is kind of a pack rat. Not like she's gotten better, but she like would like save weird stuff, like my like first pair of jeans and stuff like that. She's like, these were your first Levi's, and I'm like, Mom, why do you have that? I get it. It's a mom thing. It's very cute, but she's still, my Sega Genesis was my first console, and she still had that in a box somewhere, which I was pretty grateful for. But I like was literally looking at those cables and like the weird adapters that were involved, and I was like, I don't miss this enough to play. To like find weird adapters for this thing. Yeah, Sonic, loved me some Sonic and Tails. Vector Man, which that's my deep cut. I love Vector Man so much. You know, that should be my alias, Vector Man, if I was actually good at Illustrator. Vector Man was an amazing Sega Genesis game. Probably, you could call it the first Dark Souls. I'm just kidding. I've shown this before because I'm obsessed. And look, I get that like just because I played it, I think it's the best, and there's some weird like self-importance there, but it was legit like cool. It had good. This is like my color scheme to this day, so big influence. Vector Man is just made of balls, and he like shot little stars out of his hand. It was pretty wild. Some have called it the first Dark Souls. No. Where's my pen? Airbrush or regular pen? I've been actually kind of switching between the two. I still like the airbrush pen. Okay, I'm gonna get situated here. Do some more painting. Oh, Sega Genesis Mini and Vector Man was in there. Oh my. That's fun. That's like a handheld. Or let me see. I have to look at this now. I know they've been kind of doing that where it's like self-contained little console that you buy that just like has a bunch of stuff preloaded onto it. It's only $70. Well, that's good. That's good, Jello. I'm glad we're on the same page. I know the day is gonna come when I talk about N64 and people are just like, ew, what are you talking about? And that day has not come. So thank you for keeping me young. I am low-key afraid of my situation here. Just because this drafting table is old and it pivots. And so like the Cintiq is very heavy. So I try to keep the weight in the center of the table so it doesn't collapse on me. It hasn't ever done that yet in my year of working, but it's higher off the ground the ground now is all, so there's more potential energy for it to crash and break. But that won't happen, I promise. I'm stressing Megan out with my talk right now, I'm sure. Just the old Commodore 64. You know what, I will say Commodore 64, I never touched it. Never touched it. And I think the main thing for me was N64 was just the first one I owned. Or no, sorry, Sega Genesis was the first one that my family owned, but everything else was just like, I probably went over to someone's house and played a Commodore 64 at one point, but don't recall. Let's move. Okay. What we got going on here? So I have been trying that thing that we talked about with the... I've just been experimenting basically with like shadow color, and I haven't really landed on any definitive answers for myself, but I'm just trying stuff out. Trying some kind of purpley, very desaturated purpley shadows to see if it fits, and it looks like it's been working out so far. Been using this Kyle Webster brush, Oil Deluxe. I like that one kind of a lot. It's got a little bit of canvas texture, but not too much. And it blends colors really nicely. Weasel, what's up? Thanks for joining. Odd Job. Yeah, or no, yeah, the Odd Job was like just significantly shorter than everyone. So you had to like aim, you had to actually use R to aim down, or Z, I don't remember what you had to press to actually manually aim, but I mean you gotta choose Odd Job. You get the hat. No other character gives you a hat in James Bond, okay. I played a lot of Nightfire. Not so much in GoldenEye, unfortunately, but Nightfire. That was on PlayStation 2 era, kind of GameCube. That was my jam. James Bond has like surprisingly good video games. Usually video game movie adaptations are, rather movie video game adaptations are pretty bad. James Bond has always been pretty rock solid. Now that's I want to see a stream that's just like competitive and GoldenEye. I have these weird like fountains that I'm painting. I'm just trying to like make them sit in the world a little more. I would very much like to add some kind of frame by frame animation of like water trickling out of it into these weird like basins down here. I think that would be pretty fun. It's going to be a fantasy animation. I showed it earlier, but I'm kind of I was showing what my big plans were for it in After Effects, and I'll drop. I want to look at the tutorial real quick just to give them credit. pulling up YouTube.
How to get the best tool for creating stunning videos?
No. Be careful, Jello.
Go Shinnery.com and get the best video templates to make that wow effect.
I get bombarded with art list ads quite a bit. Art grid. It's like same company, I think. Okay. There's all my weird recommended stuff on the side. Kettlebell workout, and then mostly just After Effects and Disco Elysium stuff. It's not too bad. Yes. So this is the tutorial I was kind of going off of. It's Emoni LaRussa. She does a lot of like tutorials and for like beginners, After Effects and Illustrator, and some more intermediate ones. This one is what I was going off of, but yeah, I'm basically gonna turn my painting and try to show where it actually plays. Probably at the beginning. Nope. Okay, this, yeah. So like you could take a 2D image and do some pretty convincing stuff with it. So that's the way that this illustration is laid out, is like for this purpose of creating this really like convincing 3D animation. So that's the goal. Yeah, check her out if you're curious about learning some cool After Effects tricks. And yeah, I'm using that method. Hopefully it works out. I think I'm gonna have to I don't know. I'm just gonna have to like, there might be certain things like these fountains that I bring in as separate layers. I might be only be able to do like the walls with that method, and then actually I'll have to like go in and kind of place these different objects in the 3D environment. So we'll see. Just gonna, yeah, trial and error my way through it. But for now, I have to make this scene look good. It's not finished. Trying to if this is actually going to help my posture or make it worse, because my neck is has to crane over to kind of like, when I want to, I guess I could just be zooming in. Oh, I got the beach ball of death. Okay. Usually what I'll do is like kind of blend that like shadow color, and then I'll sample kind of one of those in between colors that was created, and kind of paint with that for a bit. Let's take this guy. I do have sample all layers turned on up here. Just so when you're using the oil brush, it will like kind of bring in all the like background colors into it. Yeah. We'll work on these spooky fountains, maybe. Oh, thank you, Todd. I'm trying to keep that in mind, like just like the treatment. I think it can be pushed further probably, but like I a lot of the times I say like I just use the same brush for the whole painting, but like I have been trying to use like harder brushes for, you know, like more rigid surfaces, like that kind of edge quality stuff. Soft versus hard edges. Trying to keep that in mind. But thank you. I feel like I want more shadows here. It's gotta be spooky. It's gotta be dark. Mixing up my layers though. I just did a very drastic merge layers because I think I'm just gonna have to merge these all at some point and then kind of recut them out. It's a little too difficult for me to think of like separating out different pieces right now without just like being mechanical about it. So I'm just gonna try to stay in painter mode and get into After Effects mode later and at the cost of a little extra work, but I think it'll be worth it. I know. Oh, thanks, Todd. Yeah, I've been using the oil brush, which is what I'm on right now for most of it. I do switch over to different ones. And I've been trying out that airbrush pen. Hey Voldy, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Doing some Photoshop painting, doing some environment stuff right now. Alright, I'm gonna get into these fountains here. Kind of finding a color scheme in here that I was into. There's like kind of a red-green thing going on here, like these. This color. I might need a different brush for this one actually. Compared to this brush, which is super, this one is like very hard edge. Posture check. I know, I'm trying. I just made my desk into kind of a standing position, and I feel like I need to tell myself to use that zoom function a little more. I like to try to just crane over and look at the detail, and it's like, stop. Okay, I don't know about this brush right now. That's fine. We are as high res as this image, as much as I try to make it high res for the purpose of the animation, we are pretty zoomed in, so it's starting to get a little grainy in here. Really just trying to get in some shadows. Try to define this a little more. I could probably have the symmetry tool turned on. I'm gonna try that. The whole point of it, making it symmetrical, was to save myself work, so better late than never. Let's just see. Voldy, are you an art person? Is this your first time watching, or are you just an art fan, or are you a creator yourself? I need one of those those little posture correctors, I think. That's the only way I'm ever gonna get help. Yes, thank you. don't think this is calibrated. Turn that symmetry off. I think I messed up my other fountain. I do need a posture coach. That would help too. I have this spooky little eyeball on here. Just gotta keep saying the word spooky, and it's my mantra. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Todd, the savior. Why aren't my notifications going off? Todd. I have to put on performance now since nothing happened. But okay, we saw it, Todd. You're an angel. There was never any question about it. Thank you very much. Todd is an epic man. Did I? Here, wait, okay. Need to open OBS. Where my Streamlabs at? Or is that what we called? I don't remember, you guys. Image, media. I forget. I'm gonna have to connect it later. Save your bits. Save your bits. I don't have the notifications up. How does one of those sweet shirts come into your possession? You have to win them. I'm just kidding. No, Todd deserves one. We're going to be doing another Cintiq Showdown next week, where you could also win a t-shirt. I thought I had it nearby. I was going to hold it up, but I think I do actually. It might be in my bag. Just kidding, I don't have it. It's a great shirt by our friend Blackout Ronin. Still using that airbrush pen, by the way. It's trying to make it work. It's working for sure, but it's like a slightly different. Just like you gotta think about it a little more than the pressure. Spooky little fountain. Yeah, I still like the airbrush pen. Like it for the color dynamics thing, or like, yeah, using it for the kind of toggling between the foreground background colors. In a way, it's like cleaner than using pressure for that. So I don't know, like I've actually been kind of dual wielding, like I'll switch between one or the other, which is obviously a luxury, but I found it to be good in certain instances. Oh, thank you, Joa. Thank you. I'm so tired all the time making money as a freelance artist. It's so hard. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but it is hard, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you do it. Basically, I've never solely done it. So, I mean, props to you. Seriously. Oh, when I mean dual wield, I'm not actually doing both at the same time, but I'll like switch from one to the other. For instance, I'm going to switch over to this one because I have this other brush. It's a dry brush, but I did my little color dynamics trick on it, and it's tied to pressure, and the Pro Pen has a little bit better pressure sensitivity, so like I could still get away with it on the airbrush pen, but like there's like a noticeable little level of like subtlety that it doesn't pick up. So I'm mostly just being picky, but I could be using an airbrush for all this. It is Pro after all, and it's funny because when I switch to the regular pen, it feels like I'm painting with the slim pen because this one is so giant. So if I actually had the slim pen, it would way too skinny, I think. But yeah, oh man, currently drinking 8 separate pieces for 3 different people. Wow. I mean, that's sweet that you have a volume of work, man. Like, that's a lot. So, good job. Yeah, I guess, like, I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm juggling between a couple projects right now, and like, I've found that I will burn out on one of them after a few hours, and like, I guess just like switching between projects can help you stay motivated to like work long hours. It's never fun, I guess, but I mean, like, yeah, sometimes you have to pull like a 12-hour drawing day. It's like, I don't know if I would be curious if I really had to like push myself hard, like, I think I've had to for a couple freelance projects, but those were like over a year ago now, but yeah. Pulling those all-nighters, man. Not saying that you're in a time crunch. I don't really know your situation, but I don't envy you. That's all I'm saying. But I'm also glad you're getting work. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... yeah, I imagine if you got a show that has like a deadline, you're probably moving pretty quick there. What else does this need? Some highlights. Kind of these weird, like, kind of acidic colors is kind of what I'm going for. Have something in mind that I think I've attempted it in other pieces before, but just like kind of like greenish, like stone color, and it's like kind of acidic yellow lighting. I don't know, like, I feel like there's something that has like struck this mood that I'm searching for in my mind, but this is essentially kind of a mood piece, and I'm trying to recreate that feeling that I'm thinking of, mostly through color. I haven't really decided on a background color yet, but yeah, burnout is real. Yeah, I'm going for that yellow kind of. I don't know, like, I feel like there's something specific that I'm going after with this one, but can't place it. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Who's ready for homework club? Not me. It's funny because I'm working on something that's like the opposite of this painting. I'm doing for homework club, I'm doing like I'm just intentionally trying to go for like hyper flat, kind of more designy looking, like shape based illustrations. And so this is, I think, my escape from that. It's just like hyper 3D, but I'm just going for like maximum depth. So yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna hit the mark that I was going for, but it's there as like, I don't know, kind of like that same what we were just talking about with just lighting a fire underneath you. Like obviously without I'm not trying to push like hustle culture or anything like that. Just be like, work till you die. Like, but for some people, like, it can be an incentive to like get stuff done. So use it as a tool for that. And if you don't, that's up to you. And if life happens, that is not up to you. But all is forgiven. All is accepted. All is welcome. So come as you are. If you didn't get anything done for homework club, don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel ashamed. We'll love to have you. Love your feedback on other people's projects, or just show what you have, and just be like, I'm gonna do it, but not today. That's totally fine. So I was roasting Megan earlier a little bit, just because, but. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the stuff I set out to do done. It is whatever you make it to be. Kind of just floundering here. I guess this fountain still needs a little help. Getting to that point where I'm like a little hungry, a little tired. Just on autopilot mostly with this painting. It was a behind closed doors roast. That's kind of me. I DM'd Megan privately. I was like, "What the hell, man? I can't believe you didn't do your homework." That's how I operate in Homework Club. I just go around and intimidate people in their DMs. That's what you sign up for. Get out of my life, Christopher. Have fun, whatever you're doing. Thank you for modding. I'm gonna be probably dropping out of here soon myself. But I do like this fountain now that I got into it. You can tell I'm getting hungry because I'm just starting to yell at people. Do I want weird gold water? It's a little suspect, but I think it's the right color choice. Who knows? Who knows? Well, we'll think about that. Kind of like the mossy green water. And I want like some little. Uh-oh, I got the beach ball of death. Okay, it's back. Nice to have some little like water trickling down. Probably need a softer brush for water, using the same brush that I used for stone. Do you work on a Mac, Todd? I don't know, dude. Is it? Do people call? I feel like I just heard it called the beach ball one time, and I was like, it just stuck with me. I don't know if that's widely adopted. Okay. Alright. One fountain down, mostly. You can see why this painting is taking me a while. And I got big plans for it. Big plans, you could say. Oh, nice. It's pretty good. Flipping between. Oh, dual operating system. That'll be fancy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a PC at some point. It's mostly a financial thing. I also like chips shortages, so it's just harder to get. But yeah, I think you could probably get some more bang for your buck for a PC, especially if I'm considering some like 3D animation that I kind of want to dabble into at some point. So I think that's going to be my next move. Oh, you're on wait lists. Oh my. Yeah, that is bleak. Well, y'all, I know I started a little late. It was 4 o'clock. I should eat. I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm probably like going to record my process working on this more, but I want this to be the best digital painting ever that I've ever done. It's always my goal. PC gamer. Cool. Well, thank you guys. I think I'm gonna head out. Snack o'clock, indeed. Everyone, have a wonderful Wednesday, and stay in touch for my homework club friends. Once again, come as you are tomorrow. Hope you can make it. We're just gonna do kind of a little show and tell, and not so much a critique session, but just share what you did, share how far you got. If it isn't very far, that's okay. But also, if you want the inspiration, use it as a little deadline to crank out the last bit, which I'm gonna be trying to do leading up until the class. So, yeah, thank you all for hanging. Bless. We will be back Friday with Christopher. So, yeah. Take care, everyone. See you next time. Bye.